Deuteronomy chapter 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness in the plain over against the Red Sea between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hazeroth, and Dizahab. There are 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir to KJV. It happened in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spoke to the children of Israel according to all that he exists had given him in commandment to them. After he had slain Sihon the king ruler of the Amorites which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og the king ruler of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei, on this side Jordan in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this instruction law, saying, He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, spoke to us in Horeb, saying, You have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and to all the places near there in the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south, and by the seaside to the land of the Canaanites, and to Lebanon, to the great river, the river Euphrates. Look, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land, which he exists swore to your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to give to them and to their seed after them. I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has multiplied you, and look, you are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. He exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of your fathers, make you 1,000 times so many more as you are, and bless you as he has promised you. How can I myself alone bear your burden and your load and your strife? Take you wise men and understanding and known among your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. You answered me and said, The thing which you have spoken is good for us to do. So I took the chief of your tribes of wise men and known, and made them heads over you, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, rulers of 10s, and officers among your tribes. I commanded your judges at that time, saying, Hear the causes between your brothers, and judge with fair judgment between a man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. You will not respect persons. In fair judgment you will hear the small as well as the great. You will not be afraid of the face of man, because the fair judgment is the supreme authority, mighty Creators, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it to me, and I will hear it. I commanded you at that time all the things which you should do. When we departed from Horeb, we went through all that great and terrible wilderness, which you saw, by the way of the mountain of the Amorites, as he exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, commanded us, and we came to KJV. I said to you, You have come to the mountain of the Amorites, which he exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives to us. Look, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has set the land before you. Go up and possess it, as he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of your fathers, has said to you, Fear not, neither be discouraged. You came near to me, every one of you, and said, We will send men before us, and they will search out the land for us, and bring us word again by what travel path we must go up, and into what cities we will come. The saying pleased me well, and I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe. They turned and went up into the mountain, and came to the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. They took of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down to us, and brought us word again, and said, It is a good land, which he exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives us. Notwithstanding you would not go up, but rebelled against the command of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You murmured in your tents and said, Because he exists hated us, he has brought us out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. Where will we go up? Our brothers have discouraged our inner thinking center, saying, The people group is greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to heaven, and moreover we have seen the sons of the Anakim there. Then I said to you, Do not dread, neither be afraid of them. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, which goes before you. He will fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, in the wilderness, where you have seen how he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, bore you as a man bears his son in all the travel path that you went until you came into this place. Yet in this thing you did not believe. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, who went in the travel path before you to search you out a place to pitch your tents in fire by night, to show you by what travel path you should go, and in a cloud by day. He exists, heard the voice of your words, and was angry, and swore, saying, Surely there will not one of these men of this evil generation see that good land which I swore to give to your fathers. Except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, he will cede it. and to him will I give the land that he has trodden upon, and to his children, because he has wholly followed he exists. Also he exists was angry with me for your sakes, saying, you also will not go in there. But Joshua the son of Nun, which stands before you, he will go in there, encourage him, because he will cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover your little ones, which you said would be a prey, and your children, which in the day had no knowledge between good and evil, they will go in there, and to them will I give it, and they will possess it. But as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then you answered and said to me, we have did wrong against he exists, we will go up and fight according to all that he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, commanded us. And when you had girded on every man his weapons of war, you were ready to go up into the mountain. He exists said to me, say to them, go not up, neither fight, because I am not among you, lest you be struck before your enemies. So I spoke to you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the command of he exists, and went presumptuously up into the mountain. The Amorites which dwelt in that mountain came out against you, and chased you as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even to Hormah. You returned and wept before he exists, but he exists would not listen to your voice, nor give ear to you. So you stayed in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you stayed there. Deuteronomy chapter 2. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness, by the way of the Red Sea, as he exists spoke to me, and we circled Mount Seir many days. He exists spoke to me, saying, you have circled this mountain long enough, turn you northward, command the people group, saying, you are to pass through the coast of your brothers, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they will be afraid of you. Take good heed to yourselves, therefore, meddle not with them, because I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a foot breadth, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau for a possession. You will buy food of them for money that you may eat, and you will also buy water of them for money that you may drink. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has blessed you in all the works of your hand. He knows you're walking through this great wilderness these 40 years. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has been with you. You have lacked nothing. When we passed by from our brothers, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the travel path of the plain from Elath, and from Ezai and Geber, we turned and passed by the travel path of the wilderness of Moab. He exists said to me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle, because I will not give you of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar to the children of Lot for a possession. The Emmons dwelt therein in times past, a people group great and many and tall as the Anakim, which also were counted giants as the Anakim. But the Moabites call them Emmons. The Horims also dwelt in Seir before time, but the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their place, as Israel did to the land of his possession, which he exists gave to them. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zerd. And we went over the brook Zerd, the space in which we came from KJV, until we were come over the brook Zerd, was 38 years, until all the generation of the men of war were wasted out from among the host, as he exists swore to them. Indeed, the hand of he exists was against them, to destroy them from among the camp, until they were consumed. So it happened, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people group, that he exists spoke to me, saying, you are to pass over through Ar, the coast of Moab, this day. When you come near over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them, because I will not give you of the land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it to the children of Lot for possession. That also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwelt there in old time, and the Ammonites call them Zamzamans, a people group great and many and tall as the Anakim. But he exists destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their place, as he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, when he destroyed the Horims from before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their place even to this day. The Avims which dwelt in Hazerim, even to Az of the Caphtorims, which came forth out of Caphtor, destroyed them and dwelt in their place. Rise you up, take your journey, and pass over the river Arnon. Look, I have given into your hand Sihon the Amorite, king ruler of Heshbon, and his land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle. This day will I begin to put the dread of you and the fear of you upon the people, nations that are under the whole heaven, who will hear a report of you, and will tremble and be in anguish because of you. I sent messengers out of the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon king ruler of Heshbon with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through your land, I will go along by the highway, I will neither turn to the right hand nor to the left. You will sell me food for money, that I may eat, and give me water for money, that I may drink, only I will pass through on my feet, as the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and the Moabites, which dwell in Ar, did to me, until I will pass over Jordan into the land which he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, gives us. But Sihon king ruler of Heshbon would not let us pass by him, because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, hardened his creative breath, and made his inner thinking center obstinate, that he might deliver him into your hand, as appears this day. He exists, said to me, Look, I have begun to give Sihon and his land before you begin to possess, that you may inherit his land. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his people grouped to fight at Jahaz. He exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, delivered him before us. And we struck him and his sons and all his people group. We took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men and the women and the little ones of every city. We left none to remain. Only the cattle we took for a prey to ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we took from Aroer, which is by the brink of the river of Arnon, and from the city that is by the river even to Gilead. There was not one city too strong for us. He exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, delivered all to us. Only to the land of the children of Ammon you came not, nor to any place of the river Jabbok, nor to the cities in the mountains, nor to whatever he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, forbade us. Deuteronomy chapter 3. Then we turned, and went up the travel path to Bashan, and Og the king ruler of Bashan came out against us, he and all his people grouped to battle at Edrei. He exists, said to me, Fear him not, because I will deliver him and all his people group, and his land into your hand, and you will do to him as you did to Sihon king ruler of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. So he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, delivered into our hands Og also the king ruler of Bashan and all his people group. And we struck him until none was left to him remaining. We took all his cities. At the time there was not a city which we took not from them, 60 cities, all the region of Argob, the kingdom rule of Og in Bashan. All these cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, beside unwalled towns a great many. We utterly destroyed them, as we did to Sihon king ruler of Heshbon, utterly destroying the men, women, and children of every city. But all the cattle and the spoil of the cities we took for a prey to ourselves. We took at that time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites the land that was on this side Jordan, from the river Arnon to Mount Hermon, which Hermon the Sidonians call Syrian, and the Amorites call it Shenir. All the cities of the plain, and all Gilead, and all Bashan to Selcha and Edrei, cities of the kingdom rule of Og in Bashan. Because only Og king ruler of Bashan remained of the remnant of giants. Look, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabbath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man. This land which we possessed at that time from Aroer, which is by the river Arnon, and half Mount Gilead, and its cities I gave to the Reubenites and to the Gadites. The rest of Gilead and all Bashan, being the kingdom rule of Og, gave I to half the tribe of Manasseh, all the region of Argob with all Bashan, which was called the land of giants. Jair the son of Manasseh took all the country of Argob to the coasts of Jeshuri and Machathi, and called them after his own name. Bashan haveth Jair to this day. I gave Gilead to Machir, to the Reubenites, and to the Gadites I gave from Gilead even to the river Arnon half the valley, and the border even to the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, the plain also, and Jordan, and the coast thereof from Chinnereth even to the sea of the plain, even the salt sea under Ashdoth-Biscah eastward. I commanded you at that time, saying, He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has given you this land to possess it. You will pass over armed before your brothers, the children of Israel, all that are fit for war. But your wives and your little ones and your cattle, I know that you have much cattle, will stay in your cities which I have given you, until he exists, has given rest to your brothers, as well as to you, and until they also possess the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has given them beyond Jordan. Then will you return every man to his possession which I have given you. I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, Your eyes have seen all that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has done to these 2 kings. So will he exists do to all the kingdoms where you pass. You will not fear them, Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, he will fight for you. I begged, he exists at that time, saying, Oh, he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator, you have begun to show your servant worker your greatness and your mighty hand. Because what supreme authority is there in heaven or in land that can do according to your works and according to your might? I beg you, let me go over and see the good land that is beyond Jordan, that goodly mountain, and Lebanon. But he exists was angry with me for your sakes, and would not hear me, and he exists said to me, Let it suffice, you speak no more to me of this matter. Get you up to the top of Pisgah, and lift up your eyes westward and northward and southward and eastward, and look it with your eyes, because you will not go over this Jordan. But charge Joshua and encourage him and strengthen him, because he will go over before this people group, and he will cause them to inherit the land which you will see. So we stayed in the valley over against Beth-beer. Deuteronomy chapter 4. Now therefore listen, O Israel, to the set rules and to the fair judgments which I teach you to do, that you may live, and go in and possess the land which he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of your fathers, gives you. You will not add to the word which I command you, neither will you diminish from it, that you may keep the commands of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what he exists did, because of Baal-peor, because all the men that followed Baal-peor, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has destroyed them from among you. But you that held fast to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, are alive, every one of you, this day. Look, I have taught you set rules and fair judgments, even as he exists, my supreme authority, mighty creator, commanded me, that you should do so in the land where you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, because this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the people nations, which will hear all these set rules and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people group. Because what nation is there so great who has the supreme authority, mighty creator, so near to them as he exists? Our supreme authority, mighty creator, is in all things that we call upon him for. What nation is there so great that has set rules and fair judgments so right as all this instruction law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to yourself and keep your life breath diligently, lest you forget the things which your eyes have seen, and lest they depart from your inner thinking center all the days of your life. But teach them your sons and your sons' sons, especially the day that you stood before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, in Horeb, when he exists said to me, Gather the people group together to me, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they will live upon the land, and that they may teach their children. You came near, and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire to the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. He exists spoke to you out of the midst of the fire. You heard the voice of the words, but saw no form, only a voice. He declared to you his binding agreement, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commands, and he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. He exists commanded me at that time to teach you set rules and fair judgments, that you might do them in the land where you go over to possess it. Take therefore good heed to yourselves, because you saw no form on the day that he exists spoke to you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest you corrupt yourselves, and make to yourselves a carved image, the likeness of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the land, the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the air, the likeness of anything that creeps on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the land. Lest you lift up your eyes to heaven, and when you see the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, should be driven to bow down them and serve them, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has divided to all people nations under the whole heaven. But he exists has taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be to him a people group of inheritance, as you are this day. Furthermore, he exists was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over Jordan, and that I should not go into that good land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you for an inheritance. But I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan, but you will go over and possess that good land. Take heed to yourselves, lest you forget the binding agreement of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which he made with you, and make you a carved image, or the likeness of anything which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has forbidden you. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, is a consuming fire, a jealous supreme authority, mighty Creator. When you will beget children and children's children, and you will have remained long in the land, and will corrupt yourselves, and make a carved image, or the likeness of anything, and will do evil in the sight of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to provoke him to anger, I call heaven and land to witness against you this day, that you will soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto you go over Jordan to possess it. You will not prolong your days upon it, but will utterly be destroyed. He exists, will scatter you among the people nations, and you will be left few in number among the people nations. Where he exists will lead you. There you will serve supreme authorities, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. But if from there you will seek he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, you will find him. If you seek him with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath, when you are in tribulation, and all these things are come upon you even in the latter days, if you turn to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and will be obedient to his voice. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, is a merciful supreme authority, mighty Creator. He will not forsake you, neither destroy you, nor forget the binding agreement of your fathers which he swore to them. Ask now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the day that the supreme authority, mighty Creator, created man upon the land, and ask from the one side of heaven to the other whether there has been any such thing as this great thing, or has been heard like it. Did ever people group hear the voice of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, speaking out of the midst of the fire, as you have heard, and live? Or has the supreme authority, mighty Creator, attempted to go and take him a nation from the midst of another nation by trials, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, did for you in Egypt before your eyes? To you it was shown, that you might know that he exists. He is the supreme authority, mighty Creator. There is none else beside him. Out of heaven he made you hear his voice, that he might instruct you, and upon land he showed you his great fire, and you heard his words out of the midst of the fire. Because he loved your fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought you out in his sight with his mighty power out of Egypt, to drive out nations from before you, greater and mightier than you, to bring you in, to give you their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider it in your inner thinking center, that he who exists, he is the supreme authority, mighty Creator, in heaven above and upon the land beneath. There is none else. You will keep therefore his set rules and his commands, which I command you this day, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, and that you may prolong your days upon the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you forever. Then Moses separated 3 cities on this side Jordan toward the sunrise, that the slayer might flee there, which should kill his neighbor unawares and hated him not in time past, and that fleeing to one of these cities he might live. Besser in the wilderness, in the plain country of the Reubenites, and Ramoth in Gilead of the Gadites, and Golan in Bashan of the Manassites. This is the instruction law which Moses set before the children of Israel. These are the testimonies and the set rules and the fair judgments which Moses spoke to the children of Israel after they came forth out of Egypt, on this side Jordan, in the valley over against Bethbeer, in the land of Sihon, king ruler of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon, whom Moses and the children of Israel struck after they were come forth out of Egypt. They possessed his land, and the land of Og, king ruler of Bashan, 2 kings of the Amorites, which were on this side Jordan toward the sunrise, from Aroer, which is by the bank of the river Arnon, even to Mount Sion, which is Hermon, and all the plain on this side Jordan eastward, even to the sea of the plain unto the springs of Pisgah. Deuteronomy chapter 5. Moses called all Israel and said to them, Hear, O Israel, the set rules and the fair judgments which I speak in your ears this day, that you may learn them, and keep, and do them. He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, made a binding agreement with us in Horeb. He exists, made not this binding agreement with our fathers, but with us, even us, which are all of us here alive this day. He exists, spoke with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire. I stood between He exists and you at that time to show you the word of He exists. because you were afraid by reason of the fire and went not up into the mount, saying, I am he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You will have none other supreme authorities before me. You will not make for yourself any carved image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the land beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the land. You will not bow down yourself to them nor serve them. Because I, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, am a jealous supreme authority, mighty creator, visiting the wrongdoing of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing trust loyalty to thousands of them that love me and keep my commands. You will not take the name of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, in vain. Because he exists will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Keep the Sabbath day to set it apart as he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you. 6 days you will labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. In it you will not do any work, you nor your son nor your daughter nor your servant worker nor your maidservant nor your ox nor your donkey nor any of your cattle nor your stranger that is within your gates, that your servant worker and your maidservant may rest as well as you. Remember that you are a servant worker in the land of Egypt, and that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, brought you out there through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, commanded you to keep the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother as he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you, that your days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with you in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you. You will not murder, neither will you commit adultery, neither will you steal, neither will you bear false witness against your neighbor, neither will you desire your neighbor's wife, neither will you covet your neighbor's house, his field, or his servant worker, or his maidservant, his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. These words he exists spoke to all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire of the cloud, and of the thick darkness with a great voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone and delivered them to me. It happened when you heard the voice out of the midst of the darkness, because the mountain did burn with fire, that you came near to me, even all the heads of your tribes and your elders. You said, Look, he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, has shown us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire. We have seen this day that the supreme authority, mighty creator, does talk with man, and he lives. Now therefore why should we die? Because this great fire will consume us. If we hear the voice of he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, any more, then we will die. Because who is there of all flesh that has heard the voice of the living supreme authority, mighty creator, speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have and lived? Go near and hear all that he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, will say, and speak you to us all that he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, will speak to you, and we will hear it and do it. He exists heard the voice of your words when you spoke to me, and he exists said to me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people group, which they have spoken to you. They have well said all that they have spoken. Oh, that there were such an inner thinking center in them, that they would fear me and keep all my commands always, that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Go say to them, return you to your tents again. But as for you, stand here by me, and I will speak to you all the commands and the set rules and the fair judgments which you will teach them, that they may do them in the land which I give them to possess it. You will observe to do therefore as he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you. You will not turn aside to the right hand or to the left. You will walk in all the traveled path which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you, that you may live, and that it may be well with you, and that you may prolong your days in the land which you will possess. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now these are the commands, the set rules, and the fair judgments, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you go to possess it, that you might fear he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to keep all his set rules and his commands, which I command you and your son and your son's son all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with you and that you may increase mightily as he exists. Supreme authority, mighty creator of your fathers, has promised you in the land that flows with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, he exists. Our supreme authority, mighty creator, he exists is one. You will love, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath and with all your might. These words which I command you this day will be in your inner thinking center. You will teach them diligently to your children and will talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the travel path, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. You will bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they will be as frontlets between your eyes. You will write them upon the posts of your house and on your gates. It will be when he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will have brought you into the land which he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you great and good cities, which you built not, houses full of all good things, which you filled not, and wells dug, which you dug not, vineyards and olive trees, which you planted not, when you will have eaten and be full. Then beware lest you forget he exists, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You will fear he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and serve him, and will swear by his name. You will not go after other supreme authorities of the people nations which are around you. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, is a jealous supreme authority, mighty creator among you, lest the anger of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, be kindled against you and destroy you from off the face of the land. You will not tempt he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, as you tempted him in Massa. You will diligently keep the commands of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and his testimonies and his set rules, which he has commanded you. You will do that which is right and good in the sight of he exists, that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess the good land which he exists swore to your fathers, to cast out all your enemies from before you, as he exists has spoken. When your son asks you in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies and the set rules and the fair judgments which he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you, then you will say to your son, we were Pharaoh's servant workers in Egypt, and he exists brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. He exists showed signs and wonders great and grievous upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. He brought us out from there, that he might bring us and to give us the land which he swore to our fathers. He exists commanded us to do all these set rules, to fear he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this day. It will be our rightness, if we observe to do all these commands before he exists, our supreme authority, mighty creator, as he has commanded us. Deuteronomy chapter 7. When he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bring you into the land where you go to possess it, and has cast out many people nations before you, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. When he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will deliver them before you. You will strike them and utterly destroy them. You will make no binding agreement with them, nor show favor to them. Neither will you make marriages with them. Your daughter you will not give to his son, nor his daughter will you take to your son, because they will turn away your son from following me, that they may serve other supreme authorities. So will the anger of he exists be kindled against you and destroy you suddenly. But thus will you deal with them. You will destroy their altars, break down their images, cut down their groves, and burn their carved images with fire. Because you are a set-apart people group to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has chosen you to be a special people group to himself above all people that are upon the face of the land. He exists did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people group, because you were the fewest of all people groups, but because he exists loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn to your fathers, as he exists brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of servant workers, from the hand of Pharaoh, king ruler of Egypt. Know therefore that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. He is the supreme authority, mighty creator, the faithful supreme authority, mighty creator, which keeps binding agreement and trust loyalty with them that love him and keep his commands to 1,000 generations. and repays them that hate him to their face to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hates him, he will repay him to his face. You will therefore keep the commands and the set rules, and the fair judgments which I command you this day to do them. Therefore it will come to pass, if you listen to these fair judgments and keep, and do them, that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will keep to you the binding agreement and the trust loyalty which he swore to your fathers. He will love you and bless you and multiply you. He will also bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of your land, your grain and your wine and your oil, the increase of your cattle and the flocks of your sheep in the land, which he swore to your fathers to give you. You will be blessed above all people groups. There will not be male or female barren among you or among your cattle. He exists, will take away from you all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which you know, upon you, but will lay them upon all them that hate you. You will consume all the people groups which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will deliver you. Your eye will have no pity upon them, neither will you serve their supreme authorities, because that will be a snare to you. If you will say in your inner thinking center, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? You will not be afraid of them, but will well remember what he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt, the great trials which your eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders and the mighty hand and the stretched out arm whereby he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, brought you out. So will he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, do to all the people groups of whom you are afraid. Moreover, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will send the hornet among them until they that are left and hide themselves from you be destroyed. You will not be frightened at them, because he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, is among you, a great and mighty supreme authority, mighty Creator. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will put out those nations before you. Little by little you may not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon you. But he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will deliver them to you, and will destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. He will deliver their king rulers into your hand, and you will destroy their name from under heaven. There will no man be able to stand before you until you have destroyed them. Carved images of their supreme authorities you will burn with fire. You will not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it to you, lest you be snared therein, because it is an abomination to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Neither will you bring an abomination into your house, lest you be a cursed thing like it, but you will utterly detest it, and you will utterly abhor it, because it is a cursed thing. Deuteronomy chapter 8. All the commands which I command you this day you will observe to do, that you may live, and to multiply, and go in and possess the land which he exists swore to your fathers. You will remember all the travel path which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, led you these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble you and to prove you to know what was in your inner thinking center, whether you would keep his commands or not. He humbled you and allowed you to hunger, and fed you with manna which you knew not, neither did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread only, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of he exists does man live. Your garment waxed not old upon you, neither did your foot swell these 40 years. You will also consider in your inner thinking center, that as a man disciplines his son, so he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, disciplines you. Therefore you will keep the commands of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to walk in his travel paths, and to fear him, because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, brings you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land wherein you will eat bread without scarcity. You will not lack anything in it, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you may dig bronze. When you have eaten and are full, then you will bless he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, for the good land which he has given you. Beware that you forget not he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, in not keeping his commands and his fair judgments and his set rules, which I command you this day, lest when you have eaten and are full, and have built goodly houses and dwelt therein, when your herds and your flocks multiply, and your silver and your gold multiply, and all that you have is multiplied, then your inner thinking center be lifted up, And you forget he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of servant workers, who led you through that great and terrible wilderness wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water, who brought forth water out of the rock of flint, who fed you in the wilderness with manna which your fathers knew not, that he might humble you and that he might prove you to do you good at your latter end. And you say in your inner thinking center, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. But you will remember he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, because it is he that gives you power to get wealth, that he may establish his binding agreement which he swore to your fathers as it is this day. It will be, if you do at all forget he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and walk after other supreme authorities, and serve them and bow down them, I testify against you this day that you will surely perish. As the nations which he exists destroys before your face, so will you perish, because you would not be obedient to the voice of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. Deuteronomy chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, you are to pass over Jordan this day to go and to possess nations greater and mightier than yourself, cities great and fenced up to heaven, a people group great and tall, the children of the Anakim, whom you know and of whom you have heard say, who can stand before the children of Anak. Understand therefore this day that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, is he which goes over before you as a consuming fire. He will destroy them, and he will bring them down before your face. So will you drive them out and destroy them quickly, as he exists has said to you. Speak not you in your inner thinking center after that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has cast them out from before you, saying, for my rightness he exists, has brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations he exists, drives them out from before you. Not for your rightness or for the uprightness of your inner thinking center do you go to possess their land, but for the wickedness of these nations he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, drives them out from before you, and that he may perform the word which he exists swore to your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you not this good land to possess it for your rightness, because you are a stiff-necked people group. Remember and forget not how you provoked he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to wrath in the wilderness from the day that you departed out of the land of Egypt until you came to this place. You have been rebellious against he exists. Also in Horeb you provoked he exists to wrath, so that he exists was angry with you to have destroyed you. When I was gone up into the mount to receive the tables of stone, even the tables of the binding agreement, which he exists made with you, then I stayed in the mount 40 days, and 40 nights I neither ate bread nor drank water. He exists delivered to me 2 tables of stone written with the finger of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and on them was written according to all the words which he exists spoke with you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. It happened at the end of 40 days and 40 nights that he exists gave me the 2 tables of stone, even the tables of the binding agreement. He exists said to me, arise, get you down quickly from here, because your people group which you have brought forth out of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They are quickly turned aside out of the travel path which I commanded them. They have made them a molten image. Furthermore he exists spoke to me, saying, I have seen this people group, and look, it is a stiff-necked people group. Let me alone that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make of you a nation mightier and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and the 2 tables of the binding agreement were in my 2 hands. I looked, and look, you had did wrong against he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and had made you a molten calf. You had turned aside quickly out of the travel path which he exists had commanded you. I took the 2 tables and cast them out of my 2 hands and broke them before your eyes. I fell down before he exists, as at the first 40 days and 40 nights I neither ate bread nor drank water, because of all your wrongs which you did wrong in doing wickedly in the sight of he exists, to provoke him to anger. Because I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure wherewith he exists was angry against you to destroy you. But he exists listened to me at that time also. He exists was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him, and I prayed for Aaron also the same time. I took your wrong the calf which you had made and burned it with fire, and struck it and ground it very small, even until it was as small as dust, and I cast the dust thereof into the brook that descended out of the mount. At Taberah and at Massa and at Kibroth Hattaavah you provoked he exists to wrath. Likewise, when he exists sent you from Kadesh-barnea, saying, Go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the command of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and you believed him not nor listened to his voice. You have been rebellious against he exists from the day that I knew you. Thus I fell down before he exists 40 days and 40 nights, as I fell down at the first, because he exists had said he would destroy you. I prayed therefore to he exists, and said, O he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator, destroy not your people group and your inheritance, which you have redeemed through your greatness, which you have brought forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember your servant workers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look not to the stubbornness of this people group, nor to their wickedness, nor to their wrong, lest the land from where you brought us out say, because he exists was not able to bring them into the land which he promised them, and because he hated them he has brought them out to slay them in the wilderness. Yet they are your people group and your inheritance, which you brought out by your mighty power and by your stretched out arm. Deuteronomy chapter 10. At that time he exists said to me, Hew you 2 tables of stone like the first, and come up to me into the mount, and make you an ark of wood. I will write on the tables the words that were in the first tables which you broke, and you will put them in the ark. I made an ark of acacia wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like the first, and went up into the mount having the 2 tables in my hand. He wrote on the tables according to the first writing the 10 commands, which he exists spoke to you in the mount out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly, and he exists gave them to me. I turned myself and came down from the mount and put the tables in the ark which I had made, and there they be as he exists commanded me. The children of Israel took their journey from Beeroth of the children of Jachin to Mosra. There Aaron died, and there he was buried, and Eleazar his son ministered in the serving leader's office in his place. From there they journeyed to Gudgodah, and from Gudgodah to Jotbath, a land of rivers of waters. At that time he exists separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the binding agreement of he exists, to stand before he exists, to minister to him and to bless in his name to this day. Therefore Levi has no portion nor inheritance with his brothers. He exists is his inheritance according as he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, promised him. I stayed in the mount according to the first time 40 days and 40 nights, and he exists listened to me at that time also, and he exists would not destroy you. He exists said to me, Arise, take your journey before the people group, that they may go in and possess the land which I swore to their fathers to give to them. Now Israel, what does he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, require of you, but to fear he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to walk in all his travel paths, and to love him, and to serve he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, with all your inner thinking center, and with all your life breath, to keep the commands of he exists, and his set rules, which I command you this day for your good. Look, heaven and the heaven of heavens belong to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, the land also with all that is therein. Only he exists had a delight in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people groups as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your inner thinking center, and be no more stiff-necked, because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, is supreme authority, mighty Creator of supreme authorities, and Master of masters, a great supreme authority, mighty Creator, a mighty and a fearful, which regards not persons nor takes reward. He executes fair judgment for the fatherless and widow, and loves the stranger in giving him food and clothing. Love you therefore the stranger, because you were strangers in the land of Egypt. You will fear he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Him will you serve, and to him will you cling, and swear by his name. It is your praise, and he is your supreme authority, mighty Creator, that has done for you these great and terrible things which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down into Egypt with 70 life breaths, and now he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has made you as the stars of heaven for multitude. Deuteronomy chapter 11. Therefore you will love he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and keep his charge and his set rules and his fair judgments and his commands always. Know you this day, because I speak not with your children which have not known and which have not seen the discipline of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, His greatness, His mighty hand, and His stretched out arm, His signs and His acts which He did in the midst of Egypt, to Pharaoh the king ruler of Egypt, and to all his land, what He did to the army of Egypt, to their horses, and to their chariots, how He made the water of the Red Sea to overflow them as they pursued after you, and how He exists has destroyed them to this day, what He did to you in the wilderness until you came into this place, what He did to Dathan and Abiram the sons of Eliab the son of Reuben, how the land opened her mouth and swallowed them up and their households, and their tents, and all the substance that was in their possession in the midst of all Israel. But your eyes have seen all the great acts of He exists which He did. Therefore you will keep all the commands which I command you this day, that you may be strong, and go in, and possess the land where you go to possess it, that you may prolong your days in the land, which He exists swore to your fathers to give to them and to their seed, a land that flows with milk and honey. Because the land where you go in to possess it is not as the land of Egypt, from where you came out, where you sowed your seed, and watered it with your foot as a garden of herbs. But the land where you go to possess it is a land of hills and valleys, and drinks water of the rain of heaven, a land which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, cares. For the eyes of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, are always upon it from the beginning of the year even to the end of the year. It will come to pass, if you will listen diligently to my commands, which I command you this day, to love He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and to serve Him with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath, that I will give you the rain of your land in its due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that you may gather in your grain and your wine and your oil. I will send grass in your fields for your cattle, that you may eat and be full. Take heed to yourselves that your inner thinking center be not deceived, and you turn aside and serve other supreme authorities and bow down them. Then the anger of He exists be kindled against you, and He shut up the heaven that there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, and lest you perish quickly from off the good land which He exists gives you. Therefore will you lay up these my words in your inner thinking center and in your life breath, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. You will teach them your children, speaking of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the travel path, when you lie down, and when you rise up. You will write them upon the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children in the land, which He exists swore to your fathers, to give them as the days of heaven upon the land. Because, if you will diligently keep all these commands which I command you to do, then to love He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to walk in all His travel paths, and to cling to Him, then will He exists drive out all these nations from before you, and you will possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves. Every place whereon the soles of your feet will tread will be yours, from the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even to the utmost sea will your coast be. There will no man be able to stand before you, because He exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land, that you will tread upon, as He has said to you. Look, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commands of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, which I command you this day. A curse if you will not obey the commands of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, but turn aside out of the travel path, which I command you this day, to go after other supreme authorities which you have not known. It will come to pass, when He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has brought you into the land where you go to possess it, that you will put the blessing upon Mount Gerizim, and the curse upon Mount Ebal. Are they not on the other side Jordan by the travel path, where the sun goes down, in the land of the Canaanites, which dwell in the plain over against Gilgal beside the oaks of Moor? Because you will pass over Jordan to go and to possess the land which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, and you will possess it, and dwell therein. You will observe to do all the set rules and fair judgments which I set before you this day. Deuteronomy chapter 12. These are the set rules and fair judgments which you will observe to do in the land which He exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of your fathers, gives you to possess it all the days that you live upon the land. You will utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which you will possess serve their supreme authorities, upon the high mountains and upon the hills and under every green tree. You will overthrow their altars and break their pillars, and burn their groves with fire, and you will hew down the carved images of their supreme authorities and destroy the names of them out of that place. You will not do so to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, but to the place which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose out of all your tribes to put His name there. Even to His dwelling will you seek, and there you will come. There you will bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices and your tithes and heave offerings of your hand and your vows and your freewill offerings and the firstborn of your herds and of your flocks. There you will eat before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and you will rejoice in all that you put your hand to, you and your households wherein He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has blessed you. You will not do after all the things that we do here this day, every man whatever is right in his own eyes, because you are not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you. But when you go over Jordan and dwell in the land which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you to inherit, and when He gives you rest from all your enemies around about, so that you dwell in safety, then there will be a place which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose to cause His name to dwell there. There will you bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes and the heave offering of your hand, and all your choice vows which you vow to He exists. You will rejoice before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, you and your sons and your daughters and your servant workers and your maidservants and the Levite that is within your gates, because he has no portion nor inheritance with you. Take heed to yourself that you offer not your burnt offerings in every place that you see, but in the place which He exists will choose in one of your tribes. There you will offer your burnt offerings, and there you will do all that I command you. Notwithstanding you may kill and eat flesh in all your gates, whatever your life breath desires, according to the blessing of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, which He has given you. The unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as of the roebuck and as of the deer. Only you will not eat the blood, you will pour it upon the land as water. You may not eat within your gates the tithe of your grain, or of your wine, or of your oil, or the firstborn of your herds, or of your flock, nor any of your vows which you vow, nor your freewill offerings, nor heave offering of your hand. But you must eat them before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, in the place which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose you and your son and your daughter and your servant worker and your maidservant and the Levite that is within your gates, and you will rejoice before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, in all that you put your hands to. Take heed to yourself that you forsake not the Levite as long as you live upon the land. When He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will enlarge your border as He has promised you, and you will say, I will eat flesh. Because your life breath longs to eat flesh, you may eat flesh, whatever your life breath desires. If the place which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has chosen to put His name there be too far from you, then you will kill of your herd and of your flock, which He exists has given you, as I have commanded you, and you will eat in your gates whatever your life breath desires. Even as the roebuck and the deer are eaten, so you will eat them. The unclean and the clean will eat of them alike. Only be sure that you eat not the blood, because the blood is the life breath, and you may not eat the life breath with the flesh. You will not eat it, you will pour it upon the land as water. You will not eat it, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, when you will do that which is right in the sight of He exists. Only your set apart things which you have, and your vows you will take, and go to the place which He exists will choose. You will offer your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood, upon the altar of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and the blood of your sacrifices will be poured out upon the altar of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and you will eat the flesh. Observe and hear all these words, which I command you, that it may go well with you and with your children after you forever, when you do that which is good and right in the sight of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. When He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will cut off the nations from before you where you go to possess them, and you succeed them and dwell in their land. Take heed to yourself that you be not snared by following them after, that they be destroyed from before you, and that you inquire not after their supreme authority, saying, how did these nations serve their supreme authorities? Even so will I do likewise. You will not do so to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. because every abomination to he exists which he hates have they done to their supreme authorities, because even their sons and their daughters they have burned in the fire to their supreme authorities. But everything I command you observe to do it, you will not add or to nor diminish from it. Deuteronomy chapter 13. If there arise among you a speaker or a dreamer of dreams, and gives you a sign or a wonder, the sign or the wonder come to pass whereof he spoke to you, saying, Let us go after other supreme authorities, which you have not known, and let us serve them. You will not listen to the words of that speaker or the dreamer of dreams, because he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, proves you to know whether you love. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath. You will walk after he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and fear him and keep his commands and obey his voice, and you will serve him and cling to him. That speaker or that dreamer of dreams will be put to death, because he has spoken to turn you away from he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of servant workers, to thrust you out of the travel path, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, commanded you to walk, and so will you put the evil away from the midst of you. If your brother, the son of your mother, or your son, or your daughter, or the wife of your bosom, or your friend, which is as your own life breath, entice you secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other supreme authorities, which you have not known, you nor your fathers, of the supreme authorities of the people nations, which are around you, near to you or far off from you, from the one end of the land even to the other end of the land, you will not consent to him nor listen to him, neither will your eye pity him, neither will you spare, neither will you conceal him, but you will surely kill him. Your hand will be first upon him to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people group. You will stone him with stones that he die, because he has sought to thrust you away from he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of servant workers. All Israel will hear and fear, and will do no more any such wickedness as this among you. If you will hear say in one of your cities, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has given you to dwell there, saying, Certain men, the children of worthlessness, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their cities, saying, Let us go and serve other supreme authorities, which you have not known. Then you will inquire and make search and ask diligently and look if it be truth and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought among you. You will surely strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof, with the edge of the sword. You will gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and will burn with fire the city, and all the spoil thereof, every bit, for he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and it will be a heap. Forever it will not be built again. There will cling nothing of the cursed thing to your hand, that he exists may turn from the fierceness of his anger and show you favor, and have compassion upon you, and multiply you as he has sworn to your fathers, when you will listen to the voice of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to keep all his commands, which I command you this day to do, that which is right in the eyes of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. Deuteronomy chapter 14. You are the children of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. You will not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead, because you are a set apart people group to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. And he exists has chosen you to be a special people group to himself above all the people groups that are upon the face of the land. You will not eat any abominable thing. These are the beasts which you will eat: the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the deer, and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, and the wild goat, and the pygarg, and the wild ox, and the chamois, every beast that parts the hoof, and cleaves the cleft into two claws, and chews the cud among the beasts that you will eat. Nevertheless these you will not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the cloven hoof, the camel, and the hare, and the canai, because they chew the cud, but divide not the hoof there, for they are unclean to you. The swine, because it divides the hoof, yet chews not the cud, it is unclean to you. You will not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead body. These you will eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales will you eat. Whatever has not fins and scales you will not eat, it is unclean to you. Of all clean birds you will eat, but these are they of which you will not eat: the eagle and the ossifrage and the osprey, the glede and the kite and the vulture after his kind, every raven after his kind, the owl and the night hawk and the cuckoo and the hawk after his kind, the little owl and the great owl and the swan, the pelican and the gyre eagle and the cormorant, the stork and the heron after her kind, and the lapwing and the bat. Every creeping thing that flies is unclean to you, they will not be eaten. But of all clean flying creatures you may eat. You will not eat of anything that dies of itself, you will give it to the stranger that is in your gates, that he may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner. Because you are a set-apart people group to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. You will not boil a young goat in his mother's milk. You will truly tithe all the increase of your seed that the field brings forth year by year. You will eat before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, in the place which he will choose to place his name there, the tithe of your grain, of your wine, and of your oil, and the firstborn of your herds and of your flocks, that you may learn to fear he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, always. If the travel path be too long for you, so that you are not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from you which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will choose to set his name there when he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has blessed you. Then will you turn it into money, and bind up the money in your hand, and will go to the place which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will choose. You will bestow that money for whatever your life breath desires, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatever your life breath desires, and you will eat there before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and you will rejoice, you and your household. The Levite that is within your gates, you will not forsake him, because he has no portion nor inheritance with you. At the end of 3 years you will bring forth all the tithe of your increase the same year, and will lay it up within your gates. The Levite, because he has no portion nor inheritance with you, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow which are within your gates, will come, and will eat, and be satisfied that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, may bless you in all the work of your hand, which you do. Deuteronomy chapter 15. At the end of every 7 years you will make a release. This is the manner of the release: every creditor that lends anything to his neighbor will release it. He will not require it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the release if he exists. Of a foreigner you may require it again, but that which is yours with your brother your hand will release. Save when there will be no poor among you, because he exists, will greatly bless you in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you for an inheritance to possess it. Only if you carefully listen to the voice of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to observe to do all these commands which I command you this day. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, blesses you as he promised you, and you will lend to many people, nations, but you will not borrow, and you will rule over many people, nations, but they will not rule over you. If there be among you a poor man of one of your brothers within any of your gates in your land, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you will not harden your inner thinking center, nor shut your hand from your poor brother, but you will open your hand wide to him, and will surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he lacks. Beware that there be not a thought in your inner thinking center saying, the 7th year, the year of release, is near, and your eye be evil against your poor brother, and you give him nothing, and he cry to he exists against you, and it be wrong to you. You will surely give him, and your inner thinking center will not be grieved when you give to him. Because for this thing he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bless you in all your works and in all that you put your hand to. Because the poor will never cease out of the land, therefore I command you, saying, you will open your hand wide to your brother, to your poor, and to your needy in your land. If your brother, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, be sold to you, and serve you 6 years, then in the 7th year you will let him go free from you. When you send him out free from you, you will not let him go away empty. You will furnish him liberally out of your flock, and out of your floor, and out of your winepress, that wherewith he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has blessed you, you will give to him. You will remember that you were a servant worker in the land of Egypt, and he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, redeemed you. Therefore I command you this thing today. It will be if he say to you, I will not go away from you, because he loves you and your house, because he is well with you. Then you will take an awl and thrust it through his ear to the door, and you will be your servant worker forever, and also to your maidservant you will do likewise. It will not seem hard to you when you send him away free from you, because he has been worth a double hired servant worker to you in serving you 6 years, and he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bless you in all that you do. All the firstborn males that come of your herd and of your flock you will set apart to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, you will do no work with the firstborn of your bull, nor shear the firstborn of your sheep. You will eat it before he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, year by year in the place which he exists will choose you and your household. If there be any blemish therein, as if it be lame or blind or have any ill blemish, you will not sacrifice it to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, you will eat it within your gates. The unclean and the clean person will eat it alike, as the roebuck and as the deer. Only you will not eat the blood thereof, you will pour it upon the land as water. Deuteronomy chapter 16. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, because in the month of Abib he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, brought you forth out of Egypt by night. You will therefore sacrifice the Passover to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator of the flock and the herd in the place which he exists will choose to place his name there. You will eat no leavened bread with it 7 days. Will you eat unleavened bread with it, even the bread of affliction? Because you came forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that you may remember the day when you came forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of your life. There will be no leavened bread seen with you in all your coasts 7 days, neither will there anything of the flesh, which you sacrifice the first day at evening, remain all night until the morning. You may not sacrifice the Passover within any of your gates which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you, but at the place which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will choose to place his name in there. You will sacrifice the Passover at evening, at the going down of the sun, at the season that you came forth out of Egypt. You will roast and eat it in the place which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, will choose, and you will turn in the morning and go to your tents. 6 days you will eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day will be a solemn assembly to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, you will do no work therein. 7 weeks will you number to yourself. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as you begin to put the sickle to the grain. You will keep the feast of weeks to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, with a tribute of a freewill offering of your hand, which you will give according as he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, has blessed you. You will rejoice before he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, you and your son and your daughter and your servant worker and your maidservant and the Levite that is within your gates, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow that are among you in the place which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, has chosen to place his name there. You will remember that you were a servant worker in Egypt, and you will observe and do these set rules. You will observe the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days after that you have gathered in your grain and your wine. You will rejoice in your feast, you and your son and your daughter and your servant worker and your maidservant and the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow that are within your gates. 7 days will you keep a solemn feast to he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, in the place which he exists will choose. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bless you in all your increase and in all the works of your hands. Therefore you will surely rejoice. 3 times in a year will all your males appear before he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, in the place which he will choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles, and they will not appear before he exists empty. Every man will give as he is able according to the blessing of he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, which he has given you. Judges and officers will you make in all your gates which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you throughout your tribes, and they will judge the people group with fair judgment. You will not wrest fair judgment. You will not respect persons, neither take a gift, because a gift blinds the eyes of the wise and perverts the words of the right. That which is altogether just will you follow, that you may live and inherit the land which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you. You will not plant you a grove of any trees near to the altar of he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, which you will make. Neither will you set you up any pillar which he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty creator, hates. Deuteronomy chapter 17. You will not sacrifice to He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, any bull or sheep wherein is blemish or any evil thing, because that is an abomination to He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator. If there be found among you within any of your gates, which He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you man or woman, that has done wickedness in the sight of He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, in transgressing His binding agreement, and has gone and served other supreme authorities, and bowed down them, either the sun or moon or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded, it be told you, and you have heard of it, and inquire diligently, and look it be true, and the thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in Israel, then will you bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing to your gates, even that man or that woman, and will stone them with stones until they die. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses will he that is worthy of death be put to death, but at the mouth of 1 witness he will not be put to death. The hands of the witnesses will be first upon him to put him to death, and afterward the hands of all the people group, so you will put the evil away from among you. If there arise a matter too hard for you in fair judgment between blood and blood, between plea and plea, and between stroke and stroke, being matters of controversy within your gates, then will you arise and go up into the place which He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose. You will come to the serving leaders, the Levites, and to the judge that will be in those days, and inquire, and they will show you the sentence of fair judgment. You will do according to the sentence which they of that place which He exists will choose will show you, and you will observe to do according to all that they inform you, according to the instruction law which they will teach you, and according to the fair judgment which they will tell you, you will do. You will not decline from the sentence which they will show you to the right hand nor to the left. The man that will do presumptuously and will not listen to the serving leader that stands to minister there before He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, or to the judge, even that man will die, and you will put away the evil from Israel. All the people group will hear and fear, and do no more presumptuously. When you are come to the land which He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, and will possess it and dwell therein, and will say, I will set a king ruler over me like as all the nations that are around me. You will in any wise set him king ruler over you, whom He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose one from among your brothers. Will you set king ruler over you? You may not set a foreigner over you which is not your brother. But He will not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people group to return to Egypt to the end that he should multiply horses, because He exists has said to you, you will henceforth return no more that travel path. Neither will He multiply wives to himself, that his inner thinking center turn not away, neither will He greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. It will be when He sits upon the throne of His kingdom rule, that He will write him a copy of this instruction law in a book out of that which is before the serving leaders, the Levites. It will be with him, and he will read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear He exists his supreme authority, mighty Creator, to keep all the words of this instruction law, and these set rules to do them, that his inner thinking center be not lifted up above his brothers, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom rule, he and his children in the midst of Israel. Deuteronomy chapter 18. The serving leaders, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi will have no portion nor inheritance with Israel. They will eat the offerings of He exists made by fire, and His inheritance. Therefore will they have no inheritance among their brothers. He exists is their inheritance, as He has said to them. This will be the serving leaders, Jew from the people group. From them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be bull or sheep, they will give to the serving leader the shoulder and the 2 cheeks and the stomach, the first fruit also of your grain, of your wine, and of your oil, and the first of the fleece of your sheep you will give him, because He exists your supreme authority, mighty Creator has chosen him out of all your tribes to stand to minister in the name of He exists, him and his sons forever. If a Levite come from any of your gates out of all Israel, where he sojourned, and come with all the desire of his life breath to the place which He exists will choose, then he will minister in the name of He exists his supreme authority, mighty Creator, as all his brothers the Levites do. which stand there before he exists. They will have like portions to eat beside that which comes from the sale of his patrimony. When you are come into the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, you will not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There will not be found among you anyone that makes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer, because all that do these things are an abomination to he exists, and because of these abominations he exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, drives them out from before you. You will be complete with he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, because these nations which you will possess listen to observers of times and to diviners. But as for you, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has not allowed you so to do. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will raise up to you a speaker from the midst of you of your brothers like to me. To him you will listen, according to all that you desired of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of he exists, my supreme authority, mighty Creator, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. He exists said to me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a speaker from among their brothers like to you, and will put my words in his mouth, and he will speak to them all that I will command him. It will come to pass that whoever will not listen to my words, which he will speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the speaker, which will presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that will speak in the name of other supreme authorities, even that speaker will die. If you say in your inner thinking center, How will we know the word which he exists has not spoken? When a speaker speaks in the name of he exists, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, that is the thing which he exists has not spoken, but the speaker has spoken it presumptuously, you will not be afraid of him. Deuteronomy chapter 19. When he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has cut off the nations whose land he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, and you succeed them, and dwell in their cities, and in their houses. You will separate 3 cities for yourself in the midst of your land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you to possess it. You will prepare a travel path, and divide the coasts of your land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you to inherit into 3 parts, that every slayer may flee there. This is the case of the slayer, which will flee there, that he may live. Whoever kills his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past, as when a man goes into the wood with his neighbor to cut wood, and his hand fetches a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and head slips from the handle and lights upon his neighbor, that he die, he will flee to one of those cities and live, lest the avenger of blood pursue the slayer, while his inner thinking center is hot, and overtake him, because the travel path is long, and strike him mortally, whereas he was not worthy of death, since he hated him not in time past. Therefore I command you, saying, You will separate 3 cities for yourself. If he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, enlarge your coast as he has sworn to your fathers, and give you all the land which he promised to give to your fathers. If you will keep all these commands, to do them, which I command you this day, to love he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and to walk ever in his travel paths, then will you add 3 cities more for yourself beside these 3, that innocent blood be not shed in your land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you for an inheritance, and so blood be upon you. But if any man hates his neighbor, and lies in wait for him, and rises up against him, and strikes him mortally, that he die, and flees into one of these cities, then the elders of his city will send, and fetch him from there, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Your eye will not pity him, but you will put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with you. You will not remove your neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in your inheritance, which you will inherit in the land that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you to possess it. 1 witness will not rise up against a man for any wrongdoing, or for any wrong in any wrong that he wrongs. At the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, will the matter be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the man between whom the controversy is will stand before he exists, before the serving leaders and the judges, which will be in those days. The judges will make diligent inquiry and look. If the witness be a false witness, and has testified falsely against his brother, then will you do to him as he had thought to do to his brother, so will you put the evil away from among you. Those which remain will hear and fear, and will henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. Your eye will not pity, but life breath for life breath, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Deuteronomy chapter 20. When you go out to battle against your enemies and see horses and chariots and a people group more than you, be not afraid of them, because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, is with you, which brought you up out of the land of Egypt. It will be when you come near to the battle that the serving leader will approach and speak to the people group. He will say to them, Hear, O Israel, you approach this day to battle against your enemies. Let not your inner thinking center faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be you terrified because of them. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, is he that goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. The officers will speak to the people group, saying, What man is there that has built a new house, and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicate it. What man is he that has planted a vineyard, and has not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man eat of it. What man is there that has betrothed the wife, and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man take her. The officers will speak further to the people group, and they will say, What man is there that is fearful and faint in inner thinking center? Let him go and return to his house, lest his brother's inner thinking center faint as well as his inner thinking center. It will be when the officers have made an end of speaking to the people group, that they will make captains of the armies to lead the people group. When you come near to a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace to it. It will be, if it makes you answer of peace and opens to you, then it will be that all the people group that is found therein will be tributaries to you, and they will serve you. If it will make no peace with you, but will make war against you, then you will besiege it. When he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has delivered it into your hands, you will strike every male thereof with the edge of the sword. But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, you will take to yourself, and you will eat the spoil of your enemies, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has given you. Thus will you do to all the cities which are very far off from you, which are not of the cities of these nations, but of the cities of these people groups, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you for an inheritance. You will save alive nothing that breathes, but you will utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites, the Canaanites and the Perizzites, the Hivites and the Jebusites, as he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has commanded you, that they teach you not to do after all their abominations which they have done to their supreme authority. So should you wrong against, he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. When you will besiege a city a long time, and making war against it to take it, you will not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them, because you may eat of them, and you will not cut them down, because the tree of the field is man's life breath to employ them in the siege. Only the trees which you know that they are not trees for food you will destroy, and cut them down, and you will build bulwarks against the city that makes war with you until it be subdued. Deuteronomy chapter 21. If one be found slain in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gives you to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who has struck him, then your elders and your judges will come forth, and they will measure to the cities which are around about him that is slain. It will be that the city which is next to the slain man, even the elders of that city will take a heifer which has not been worked with, and which has not drawn in the yoke. The elders of that city will bring down the heifer to a rough valley, which is neither plowed nor sown, and will strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley. The serving leaders, the sons of Levi, will come near, because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has chosen them to minister to him and to bless in the name of he exists, and by their word will every controversy and every stroke be tried. All the elders of that city that are next to the slain man will wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. They will answer and say, Our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be favorable to your people, group Israel, whom you have redeemed, O he exists, and lay not innocent blood to your people, group Israel's charge, and the blood will be forgiven them. So will you put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you, when you will do that which is right in the sight of he exists. When you go forth to war against your enemies and he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has delivered them into your hands, and you have taken them captive. See among the captives a beautiful woman, and have a desire to her, that you would have her for a wife. Then you will bring her home to your house, and she will shave her head and pare her nails. She will put the clothing of her captivity from off her, and will remain in your house and mourn her father and her mother a full month, and after that you will go into her and be her husband, and she will be your wife. It will be, if you have no delight in her, then you will let her go, for she will. But you will not sell her at all for money, you will not make merchandise of her, because you have humbled her. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it will be, when he makes his sons to inherit that which he has, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn, but he will acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he has, because he is the beginning of his strength, the right of the firstborn is his. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have disciplined him will not listen to them, then will his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out to the elders of his city, and to the gate of his place. They will say to the elders of his city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice, he is a glutton and a drunkard. All the men of his city will stone him with stones, that he die. So will you put evil away from among you, and all Israel will hear and fear. If a man have committed a wrong worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, and you hang him on a tree, his body will not remain all night upon the tree, but you will in any wise bury him the day, because he that is hanged is accursed of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, that your land be not defiled, which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you for an inheritance. Deuteronomy chapter 22. You will not see your brother's ox or his sheep go astray, and hide yourself from them. You will in any case bring them again to your brother. If your brother be not near to you, or if you know him not, then you will bring it to your own house, and it will be with you until your brother seek after it, and you will restore it to him again. In like manner will you do with his donkey, and so will you do with his garment, and with all lost thing of your brother's, which he has lost, and you have found, will you do likewise. You may not hide yourself. You will not see your brother's donkey or his ox fall down by the travel path, and hide yourself from them. You will surely help him to lift them up again. The woman will not wear that which pertains to a man, neither will a man put on a woman's garment, because all that do so are abomination to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. If a bird's nest chance to be before you in the travel path, in any tree or on the ground, whether they be young ones or eggs, and the mother sitting upon the young or upon the eggs, you will not take the mother with the young, but you will in any wise let the mother go and take the young to you, that it may be well with you, and that you may prolong your days. When you build a new house, then you will make a battlement for your roof, that you bring not blood upon your house. If any man fall from there, you will not sow your vineyard with mixed seed, lest the fruit of your seed which you have sown and the fruit of your vineyard be defiled. You will not plow with an ox and a donkey together. You will not wear a garment of different sorts, as of wool and linen together. You will make you fringes upon the four quarters of your covering with which you cover yourself. If any man take a wife and go into her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her I found her not a virgin, then the father of the young woman and her mother will take and bring forth the tokens of the young woman's virginity to the elders of the city in the gate. The young woman's father will say to the elders, I gave my daughter to this man to wife, and he hates her. Look, he has given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not your daughter a virgin, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they will spread the cloth before the elders of the city. The elders of that city will take that man and discipline him. They will fine him 100 shekels of silver and give them to the father of the young woman, because he has brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, and she will be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. But if this thing be true and the tokens of virginity be not found for the young woman, then they will bring out the young woman to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city will stone her with stones that she die, because she has wrought folly in Israel to play the prostitute in her father's house. So will you put evil away from among you. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they will both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman, and the woman. So will you put away evil from Israel. If a young woman that is a virgin be betrothed to a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then you will bring them both out to the gate of that city, and you will stone them with stones that they die, the young woman because she cried not being in the city, and the man because he has humbled his neighbor's wife. So you will put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed young woman in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her will die. But to the young woman you will do nothing. There is in the young woman no wrong worthy of death. Because as when a man rises against his neighbor and slays him, even so is this matter. Because he found her in the field, and the betrothed young woman cried, and there was none to save her. If a man find a young woman that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her will give to the young woman's father 50 shekels of silver, and she will be his wife. Because he has humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. A man will not take his father's wife, nor uncover his father's skirt. Deuteronomy chapter 23. He that is wounded in the stones, or has his private member cut off, will not enter into the assembly of he exists. A child of unlawful birth will not enter into the assembly of he exists. Even to his 10th generation will he not enter into the assembly of he exists. An Ammonite or Moabite will not enter into the assembly of he exists. Even to their 10th generation will they not enter into the assembly of he exists forever, because they met you not with bread and with water in the travel path, when you came forth out of Egypt, and because they hired against you Balaam the son of Beor of Pethor of Mesopotamia to curse you. Nevertheless he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, would not listen to Balaam. But he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, turned the curse into a blessing to you. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, loved you. You will not seek their peace nor their prosperity all your days forever. You will not abhor an Edomite. Because he is your brother, you will not abhor an Egyptian. Because you were a stranger in his land, the children that are begotten of them will enter into the assembly of he exists in their 3rd generation. When the host goes forth against your enemies, then keep yourself from every wicked thing. If there be among you any man that is not clean by reason of uncleanness that happens to him, by night then will he go abroad out of the camp, he will not come within the camp, but it will be when evening comes, and he will wash himself with water, and when the sun is down he will come into the camp again. You will have a place also outside the camp, where you will go forth abroad. You will have a tool upon your weapon, and it will be when you will ease yourself abroad you will dig therewith, and will turn back and cover that which comes from you. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, walks in the midst of your camp to deliver you and to give up your enemies before you. Therefore will your camp be set apart, that he see no unclean thing in you and turn away from you. You will not deliver to his master the servant worker, which is escaped from his master to you. He will dwell with you, even among you, in that place which he will choose in one of your gates, where it pleases him best. You will not oppress him. There will be no prostitute of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. You will not bring the hire of a prostitute or the price of a dog into the house of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, for any vow. Because even both these are abomination to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. You will not lend upon interest to your brother, interest of money, interest of food, interest of anything that is lent upon interest. To a foreigner you may lend upon interest, but to your brother you will not lend upon interest. That he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, may bless you in all that you set your hand to in the land where you go to possess it. When you vow a vow to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, you will not slack to pay it. Because he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will surely require it of you, and it would be wrong in you. But if you will refrain to vow, it will be no wrong in you. That which is gone out of your lips you will keep. and perform even a free will offering according as you have vowed to. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, which you have promised with your mouth. When you come into your neighbor's vineyard, then you may eat grapes your fill at your own pleasure, but you will not put any in your vessel. When you come into the standing grain of your neighbor, then you may pluck the ears with your hand, but you will not move a sickle to your neighbor's standing grain. Deuteronomy chapter 24. When a man has taken a wife and married her, and it comes to pass that she find no favor in his eyes because he has found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. When she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. If the latter husband hates her and writes her a bill of divorcement and gives it in her hand and sends her out of his house, or if the latter husband die which took her to be his wife, her former husband which sent her away may not take her again to be his wife after that she is defiled, because that is abomination before he exists, and you will not cause the land to wrong which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you for an inheritance. When a man has taken a new wife, he will not go out to war, neither will he be charged with any business, but he will be free at home 1 year, and will cheer up his wife which he has taken. No man will take the nether or the upper millstone to pledge, because he takes a man's life breath to pledge. If a man be found stealing any of his brothers of the children of Israel, and makes merchandise of him or sells him, then that thief will die, and you will put evil away from among you. Take heed in the plague of leprosy that you observe diligently and do according to all that the serving leaders the Levites will teach you as I commanded them, so you will observe to do. Remember what he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, did to Miriam by the travel path after you came forth out of Egypt. When you do lend your brother anything, you will not go into his house to fetch his pledge. You will stand outside, and the man to whom you do lend will bring out the pledge outside to you. If the man be poor, you will not sleep with his pledge. In any case, you will deliver him the pledge again when the sun goes down, that he may sleep in his own garment, and bless you, and it will be rightness to you before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will not oppress a hired servant worker that is poor and needy, whether he be of your brothers or of your strangers that are in your land within your gates. At his day you will give him his hire, neither will the sun go down upon it, because he is poor, and sets his inner thinking center upon it, lest he cry against you to it exists, and it be wrong to you. The fathers will not be put to death for the children, neither will the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man will be put to death for his own wrong. You will not pervert the fair judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take a widow's garment to pledge. But you will remember that you were a servant worker in Egypt, and he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, redeemed you from there. Therefore I command you to do this thing. When you cut down your harvest in your field, and have forgotten a sheaf in the field, you will not go again to fetch it. It will be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow that it exists. Your supreme authority, mighty Creator, may bless you in all the work of your hands. When you beat your olive tree, you will not go over the boughs again. It will be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. When you gather the grapes of your vineyard, you will not glean it afterward. It will be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. You will remember that you were a servant worker in the land of Egypt. Therefore I command you to do this thing. Deuteronomy chapter 25. If there be a controversy between men, and they come to fair judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they will justify the right and condemn the wicked. It will be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge will cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face according to his fault by a certain number. 40 stripes he may give him, and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then your brother should seem vile to you. You will not muzzle the ox when he treads out the grain. If brothers dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead will not marry outside to a stranger. Her husband's brother will go into her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother to her. It will be, that the firstborn which she bears will succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. If the man likes not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate to the elders, and say, My husband's brother refuses to raise up to his brother a name in Israel, he will not perform the duty of my husband's brother. Then the elders of his city will call him and speak to him, and if he stand to it and say, I like not to take her, then will his brother's wife come to him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot and spit in his face, and will answer and say, So will it be done to that man that will not build up his brother's house. His name will be called in Israel the house of him that has his shoe loosed, when men strive together one with another. And the wife of the one draws near to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that strikes him, and puts forth her hand and takes him by the private parts. Then you will cut off her hand, your eye will not pay her. You will not have in your bag diverse weights, a great and a small. You will not have in your house diverse measures, a great and a small. But you will have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure will you have, that your days may be lengthened in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, because all that do such things and all that do unrighteously are an abomination to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Remember what Amalek did to you by the travel path when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met you by the travel path and struck the hindmost of you, even all that were feeble behind you when you were faint and weary, and he feared not the supreme authority, mighty Creator. Therefore it will be, when he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has given you rest from all your enemies around about in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you for an inheritance, to possess it, that you will blot out the remembrance of Amalek. From under heaven you will not forget it. Deuteronomy chapter 26. It will be, when you are come into the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you for an inheritance, and possess it and dwell therein, that you will take of the first of all the fruit of the land, which you will bring of your land, that he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, and will put it in a basket, and will go to the place which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will choose to place his name there. You will go to the serving leader that will be in those days, and say to him, I profess this day to he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, that I am come to the country which he exists swore to our fathers to give us. The serving leader will take the basket out of your hand and set it down before the altar of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will speak and say before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation great, mighty, and many. The Egyptians dealt ill with us and afflicted us and laid upon us hard bondage. When we cried to he exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of our fathers, he exists, heard our voice, and looked on our affliction and our labor and our oppression. He exists, brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. He has brought us into this place, and has given us this land, even a land that flows with milk and honey. Now look, I have brought the first fruits of the land, which you, O he exists, have given me, and you will set it before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and bow down before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will rejoice in every good thing which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has given to you, and to your house, you and the Levite, and the stranger that is among you. When you have made an end of tithing all the tithe of your increase the third year, which is the year of tithing, and have given it to the Levite, the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow, that they may eat within your gates and be filled. Then you will say before he exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, I have brought away the set-apart things out of my house, and also have given them to the Levite, and to the stranger, to the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all your commands, which you have commanded me. I have not transgressed your commands, neither have I forgotten them. I have not eaten thereof in my mourning, neither have I taken away anything thereof for any unclean use, nor given anything thereof for the dead. But I have listened to the voice of he exists, my supreme authority, mighty Creator, and have done according to all that you have commanded me. Look down from your set-apart dwelling from heaven, and bless your people, group Israel, and the land which you have given us as you swore to our fathers, a land that flows with milk and honey. This day He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has commanded you to do these set rules and fair judgments. You will therefore keep and do them with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath. You have avouched He exists this day to be your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and to walk in His travel paths, and to keep His set rules and His commands and His fair judgments, and to listen to His voice. He exists, has avouched you this day to be His special people group, as He has promised you, and that you should keep all His commands, to make you high above all nations, which He has made in praise and in name and in honor, and that you may be a set-apart people group to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, as He has spoken. Deuteronomy chapter 27. Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people group, saying, Keep all the commands, which I command you this day. It will be on the day when you will pass over Jordan to the land which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, that you will set up great stones, and plaster them with plaster. You will write upon them all the words of this instruction law when you are passed over, that you may go into the land which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, gives you, a land that flows with milk and honey, as He exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of your fathers, has promised you. Therefore it will be, when you are gone over Jordan, that you will set up these stones which I command you this day in Mount Ebal, and you will plaster them with plaster. There will you build an altar to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, an altar of stones. You will not lift up any iron tool upon them. You will build the altar of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, of whole stones, and you will offer burnt offerings thereunto He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will offer peace offerings, and will eat there and rejoice before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will write upon the stones all the words of this instruction law very plainly. Moses and the serving leaders, the Levites, spoke to all Israel, saying, Take heed and listen, O Israel, this day you are become the people group of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. You will therefore obey the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and do His commands and His set rules, which I command you this day. Moses charged the people group the same day, saying, These will stand upon Mount Gerizim to bless the people group when you are come over Jordan, Simon and Levi and Judah and Issachar and Joseph and Benjamin. These will stand upon Mount Ebal to curse Reuben, Gad, and Asher and Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali. The Levites will speak and say to all the men of Israel with a loud voice, Cursed be the man that makes any carved or molten image an abomination. To He exists the work of the hands of the craftsman, and puts it in a secret place. And all the people group will answer and say, So let it be. Cursed be he that sets light by his father or his mother. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that removes his neighbor's landmark. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that makes the blind to wander out of the travel path. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that perverts the fair judgment of the stranger, fatherless, and widow. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that lies with his father's wife, because he uncovers his father's skirt. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that lies with any manner of beast. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that lies with his sister, the daughter of his father, or the daughter of his mother. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that lies with his mother-in-law. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that strikes his neighbor secretly. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that takes reward to slay an innocent life breath. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Cursed be he that confirms not all the words of this instruction law to do them. And all the people group will say, So let it be. Deuteronomy chapter 28. It will come to pass, if you will diligently listen to the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to observe and to do all His commands, which I command you this day, that He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will set you on high above all nations of the land. All these blessings will come on you and overtake you if you will listen to the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. Blessed will you be in the city, and blessed will you be in the field. Blessed will be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your cattle, and the flocks of your sheep. Blessed will be your basket and your store. Blessed will ye be when you come in, and blessed will ye be when you go out. He exists, will cause your enemies that rise up against you to be struck before your face. They will come out against you one travel path, and flee before you 7 travel paths. He exists, will command the blessing upon you in your storehouses and in all that you set your hand to, and he will bless you in the land which he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator gives you. He exists, will establish you a set-apart people group to himself, as he has sworn to you, if you will keep the commands of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and walk in his travel paths. All people groups of the land will see that you are called by the name of he exists, and they will be afraid of you. He exists, will make you plenteous in goods, in the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land which he exists swore to your fathers to give you. He exists, will open to you his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hand. And you will lend to many nations, and you will not borrow. He exists, will make you the head and not the tail, and you will be above only, and you will not be beneath. If you listen to the commands of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, which I command you this day to observe and to do them, you will not go aside from any of the words which I command you this day to the right hand or to the left, to go after other supreme authorities to serve them. It will come to pass, if you will not listen to the voice of he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to observe, to do all his commands and his set rules, which I command you this day, that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. Cursed will ye be in the city, and cursed will ye be in the field. Cursed will be your basket and your store. Cursed will be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your land, the increase of your cattle, and the flocks of your sheep. Cursed will ye be when you come in, and cursed will ye be when you go out. He exists, will send upon you cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that you set your hand to do, until you be destroyed, and until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of your doings whereby you have forsaken him. He exists, will make the pestilence cling to you until he has consumed you from off the land where you go to possess it. He exists, will strike you with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they will pursue you until you perish. Your heaven that is over your head will be bronze, and the land that is under you will be iron. He exists, will make the rain of your land powder, and dust from heaven will it come down upon you until you be destroyed. He exists, will cause you to be struck before your enemies. You will go out one travel path against them, and flee 7 travel paths before them, and will be removed into all the kingdom rules of the land. Your carcass will be food to all birds of the air, and to the beasts of the land, and no man will frighten them away. He exists, will strike you with the boil of Egypt, and with the tumors, and with the scab, and with the itch whereof you cannot be healed. He exists, will strike you with madness, and blindness, and astonishment of inner thinking center. You will grope at noonday as the blind gropes in darkness, and you will not prosper in your travel paths, and you will be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man will save you. You will betroth a wife, and another man will lie with her. You will build a house, and you will not dwell therein. You will plant a vineyard, and will not gather the grapes thereof. Your ox will be slain before your eyes, and you will not eat thereof. Your donkey will be violently taken away from before your face, and will not be restored to you. Your sheep will be given to your enemies, and you will have none to rescue them. Your sons and your daughters will be given to another people group, and your eyes will look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there will be no might in your hand. The fruit of your land and all your labors will a nation which you know not eat up, and you will be only oppressed and crushed always, so that you will be mad for the sight of your eyes which you will see. He exists, will strike you in the knees and in the legs with a sore boil that cannot be healed. From the sole of your foot to the top of your head, he exists, will bring you and your king ruler, which you will set over you, to a nation which neither you nor your fathers have known, and there you will serve other supreme authorities, wood and stone. You will become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations. Where he exists will lead you. You will carry much seed out into the field, and will gather little in, because the locust will consume it. You will plant vineyards and dress them, but will neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, because the worms will eat them. You will have olive trees throughout all your coasts, but you will not anoint yourself with the oil, because your olive will cast its fruit. You will beget sons and daughters, but you will not enjoy them, because they will go into captivity. All your trees and fruit of your land will the locust consume. The stranger that is within you will get up above you very high, and you will come down very low. He will lend to you, and you will not lend to him. He will be the head, and you will be the tail. Moreover, all these curses will come upon you, and will pursue you and overtake you until you be destroyed. Because you listened not to the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, to keep His commands and His set rules, which He commanded you. They will be upon you for a sign and for wonder, and upon your seed forever. Because you served not He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, with joyfulness and with gladness of inner thinking center for the abundance of all things. Therefore will you serve your enemies, which He exists will send against you in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in lack of all things, and He will put a yoke of iron upon your neck until He has destroyed you. He exists will bring a nation against you from far from the end of the land, as swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose tongue you will not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which will not regard the person of the old nor show favor to the young. He will eat the fruit of your cattle and the fruit of your land until you be destroyed, which also will not leave you either grain, wine, or oil, or the increase of your cattle or flocks of your sheep, until He has destroyed you. He will besiege you in all your gates until your high and fenced walls come down, wherein you trusted throughout all your land, and He will besiege you in all your gates throughout all your land, which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has given you. You will eat the fruit of your own body, the flesh of your sons and of your daughters, which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has given you in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith your enemies will distress you, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye will be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he will leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he will eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith your enemies will distress you in all your gates. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the land for delicateness and tenderness, her eye will be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, toward her young one that comes out from between her feet, and toward her children which she will bear, because she will eat them for lack of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith your enemy will distress you in your gates. If you will not observe to do all the words of this instruction law that are written in this book, that you may fear this glorious and fearful name, He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, then He exists will make your plagues wonderful, and the plagues of your seed even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, He will bring upon you all the diseases of Egypt, which you were afraid of, and they will cling to you. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this instruction law, then will He exists bring upon you until you be destroyed. You will be left few in number, whereas you were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because you would not obey the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. It will come to pass that as He exists rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so He exists will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to nothing, and you will be plucked from off the land where you go to possess it. He exists will scatter you among all people groups from the one end of the land even to the other, and there you will serve other supreme authorities, which neither you nor your fathers have known, even wood and stone. Among these nations you will find no ease, neither will the sole of your foot have rest, but He exists will give you there a trembling inner thinking center, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of life breath. Your life will hang in doubt before you, and you will fear day and night, and will have none assurance of your life. In the morning you will say, would it were evening, and at evening you will say, would it were morning, for the fear of your inner thinking center, wherewith you will fear, and for the sight of your eyes, which you will say, He exists, will bring you into Egypt again with ships. By the travel path whereof I spoke to you, you will see it no more again, and there you will be sold to your enemies for servant workers and for maidservants, and no man will buy you. Deuteronomy chapter 29. These are the words of the binding agreement, which He exists commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the binding agreement which he made with them in Horeb. Moses called to all Israel, and said to them, You have seen all that he exists did before your eyes in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his servant workers and to all his land, the great trials which your eyes have seen, the signs and those great wonders. Yet he exists, has not given you an inner thinking center to perceive and eyes to see and ears to hear to this day. I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxed old upon you, and your shoes not waxed old upon your foot. You have not eaten bread, neither have you drunk wine or strong drink, that you might know that I am He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator. When you came to this place, Sihon the king ruler of Heshbon, and Og the king ruler of Bashan came out against us to battle, and we struck them. We took their land, and gave it for an inheritance to the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to the half-tribe of Manasseh. Keep therefore the words of this binding agreement, and do them, that you may prosper in all that you do. You stand this day, all of you, before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, your heads of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and your stranger that is in your camp, from the hewer of your wood to the drawer of your water, that you should enter into binding agreement with He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and into His oath which He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, makes with you this day, that He may establish you today for a people group to Himself, and that He may be to you a supreme authority, mighty Creator, as He has said to you, and as He has sworn to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Neither with you only do I make this binding agreement and this oath, but with him that stands here with us this day before He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, and also with him that is not here with us this day, because you know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which you passed by. You have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them, lest there should be among you man or woman or family or tribe, whose inner thinking center turns away this day from He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, to go and serve the supreme authorities of these nations, lest there should be among you a root that bears gall and wormwood. It come to pass, when he hears the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his inner thinking center, saying, I will have peace, though I walk in the imagination of my inner thinking center to add drunkenness to thirst. He exists will not spare him, but then the anger of He exists, and his jealousy will smoke against that man, and all the curses that are written in this book will lie upon him, and He exists will blot out his name from under heaven. He exists will separate him to evil out of all the tribes of Israel, according to all the curses of the binding agreement that are written in this book of the instruction law, so that the generation to come of your children that will rise up after you, and the stranger that will come from a far land, will say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sicknesses which He exists has laid upon it, the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt and burning, that it is not sown nor bears, nor any grass grows therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim, which He exists overthrew in His anger and in His wrath. Even all nations will say, therefore has He exists done this to this land. What means the heat of this great anger? Then men will say, because they have forsaken the binding agreement of He exists, supreme authority, mighty Creator of their fathers, which He made with them when He brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, because they went and served other supreme authorities, and bowed down them supreme authorities whom they knew not, and whom He had not given to them. The anger of He exists was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. He exists rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day. The secret things belong to He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator. But those things which are revealed belong to us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this instruction law. Deuteronomy chapter 30. It will come to pass, when all these things are come upon you, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before you, and you will call them to mind among all the nations, where He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, has driven you. You will return to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and will obey His voice according to all that I command you this day, you and your children, with all your inner thinking center, and with all your life breath. Then He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, will turn your captivity and have compassion upon you, and will return and gather you from all the nations Where he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, has scattered you. If any of yours be driven out to the outmost parts of heaven, from there will he exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, gather you, and from there will he fetch you. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bring you into the land which your fathers possessed, and you will possess it, and he will do you good and multiply you above your fathers. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will circumcise your inner thinking center and the inner thinking center of your seed to love. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath, that you may live. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will put all these curses upon your enemies and on them that hate you, which persecuted you. You will return and obey the voice of He exists and do all His commands which I command you this day. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will make you plenteous in every work of your hand, in the fruit of your body and in the fruit of your cattle and in the fruit of your land for good. Because He exists, will again rejoice over you for good, as He rejoiced over your fathers. If you will listen to the voice of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to keep His commands and His set rules, which are written in this book of the instruction law, and if you turn to He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, with all your inner thinking center and with all your life breath, because this command which I command you this day, it is not hidden from you, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that you should say, who will go up for us to heaven and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea, that you should say, who will go over the sea for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very near to you, in your mouth and in your inner thinking center, that you may do it. Look, I have set before you this day life and good and death and evil. In that I command you this day to love. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, to walk in His travel paths and to keep His commands and His set rules and His fair judgments, that you may live and multiply. And He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, will bless you in the land where you go to possess it. But if your inner thinking center turn away, so that you will not hear, but will be drawn away and bow down other supreme authorities and serve them, I announce to you this day that you will surely perish, and that you will not prolong your days upon the land where you pass over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and land to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both you and your seed may live, that you may love. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, and that you may obey His voice, and that you may cling to Him, because He is your life and the length of your days, that you may dwell in the land which He exists swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. Deuteronomy chapter 31. Moses went and spoke these words to all Israel. He said to them, I am 120 years old this day, I can no more go out and come. And also He exists has said to me, you will not go over this Jordan. He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator. He will go over before you, and He will destroy these nations from before you, and you will possess them. And Joshua, He will go over before you, as He exists has said. He exists will do to them as He did to Sihon and to Og, king rulers of the Amorites, and to the land of them whom He destroyed. He exists will give them up before your face, that you may do to them according to all the commands which I have commanded you. Be strong and of a good inner thinking center, fear not, nor be afraid of them. Because He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, He it is that goes with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you. Moses called to Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and of a good inner thinking center, because you must go with this people group to the land which He exists has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you will cause them to inherit it. He exists, He it is that goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you, neither forsake you. Fear not, neither be dismayed. Moses wrote this instruction law and delivered it to the serving leaders, the sons of Levi, which bore the ark of the binding agreement of He exists, and to all the elders of Israel. Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel is come to appear before He exists, your supreme authority, mighty creator, in the place which He will choose, you will read this instruction law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people group together, men and women and children, and your stranger that is within your gates, that they may hear and that they may learn and fear He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, and observe to do all the words of this instruction law, that their children which have not known anything may hear and learn to fear He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, as long as you live in the land where you go over Jordan to possess it. He exists said to Moses, look, your days approach, that you must die, called Joshua, and present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation, that I may give him a charge. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. Eve exists appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud stood over the door of the tabernacle. He exists said to Moses, look, you will sleep with your fathers, and this people group will rise up and go prostituting after the supreme authorities of the strangers of the land where they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my binding agreement which I have made with them. Then my anger will be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they will be devoured, and many evils and troubles will come upon them, so that they will say in that day, are not these evils come upon us, because our supreme authority, mighty Creator, is not among us? I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they will have done, and that they are turned to other supreme authorities. Now therefore write you this psalm for you, and teach it the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this psalm may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. Because when I will have brought them into the land which I swore to their fathers, that flows with milk and honey, and they will have eaten and filled themselves and grown fat, then will they turn to other supreme authorities and serve them and provoke me and break my binding agreement. It will come to pass, when many evils and troubles are come upon them, that this song will testify against them as a witness, because it will not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed, because I know their imagination which they go about even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swore. Moses therefore wrote this song the same day, and taught it the children of Israel. He gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge, and said, be strong and of a good inner thinking center, because you will bring the children of Israel into the land which I swore to them, and I will be with you. It happened, when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this instruction law in a book until they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites which bore the ark of the binding agreement of He exists, saying, take this book of the instruction law, and put it inside of the ark of the binding agreement of He exists, your supreme authority, mighty Creator, that it may be there for a witness against you, because I know your rebellion and your stiff-necked look. While I am yet alive with you this day, you have been rebellious against He exists, and how much more after my death. Gather to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears and call heaven and land to record against them, because I know that after my death you will utterly corrupt yourselves, and turn aside from the travel path, which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of He who exists, to provoke Him to anger through the work of your hands. Moses spoke in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Give ear, O heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O land, the words of my mouth. My instruction will drop. As the rain my speech will distill, as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of He exists, ascribe greatness to our supreme authority, mighty Creator. He is the rock, His work is perfect, because all His travel paths are fair judgment, a supreme authority, mighty Creator of truth, and without wrongdoing, just and right is He. They have corrupted themselves, their spot is not the spot of His children, they are a perverse and crooked generation. Do you thus repay He exists, O foolish people group, and unwise? Is not He your Father, that has bought you? Has He not made you and established you? Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask your father, and he will show you your elders, and they will tell you. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, He set the bounds of the people groups according to the number of the children of Israel. Because He exists, portion is His people group, Jacob is the lot of His inheritance. He found him in a desert land, And in the waste-howling wilderness he led him about, he instructed him, he kept him as the apple of his eye. As an eagle stirs up her nest, flutters over her young, spreads abroad her wings, takes them, bears them on her wings. So he exists, alone did lead him, and there was no strange supreme authority with him. He made him ride on the high places of the land, that he might eat the increase of the fields. And he made him to suck honey out of the rock, and oil out of the flinty rock, butter of cattle and milk of sheep, with fat of lambs, and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats with the fat of kidneys of wheat. And you did drink the pure blood of the grape. But Jeshurun grew fat and kicked. You are grown fat, you are grown thick, you are covered with fat. Then he forsook the supreme authority, mighty creator, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his rescue. They provoked him to jealousy with strange supreme authorities, with abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed to devils, not to the supreme authority, mighty creator, to supreme authorities whom they knew not, to new ones that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begot you, you are unmindful, and have forgotten the supreme authority, mighty creator, that formed you. When he exists, so he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. He said, I will hide my face from them, I will see what their end will be, because they are a very perverse generation, children in whom is no trust, loyalty. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the supreme authority, mighty creator. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people group. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. Because a fire is kindled in my anger, and will burn to the lowest hell, and will consume the land with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap mischiefs upon them, I will spend my arrows upon them. They will be burned with hunger, and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword outside, and terror within, will destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said I would scatter them into corners, I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Were it not that I fear the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and he exists, has not done all this. Because they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them? And he exists, said, shut them up, because their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. Because their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of serpents. Is not this laid up in store with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongs vengeance and recompense, their foot will slide in due time. Because the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that will come upon them make haste. Because he exists, will judge his people group, and repent himself for his servant workers, when he sees that their power is gone, and there is none shut up or left. He will say, where are their supreme authorities, their rock in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices, and drank the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up, and help you, and be your protection. See now that I am he, and there is no supreme authority with me. I kill, and I make alive, I wound, and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Because I lift up my hand to heaven, and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on fair judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword will devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. Rejoice, O you people nations, with his people group, because he will avenge the blood of his servant workers, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be favorable to his land and to his people group. Moses came and spoke all the words of this song in the ears of the people group, he and Hoshea the son of Nun. Moses made an end of speaking all these words to all Israel. He said to them, set your inner thinking center to all the words which I testify among you this day, which you will command your children to observe, to do all the words of this instruction law, because it is not a vain thing for you, because it is your life, and through this thing you will prolong your days in the land where you go over Jordan to possess it. He exists spoke to Moses that same day, saying, get you up into this mountain of Abarim to Mount Nebo, which is in the land of Moab, that is opposite Jericho. and look on the land of Canaan, which I give to the children of Israel for a possession. Die in the mount where you go up, and be gathered to your people group, as Aaron your brother died in Mount Hor and was gathered to his people group, because you trespassed against me among the children of Israel at the waters of Meribah Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin, because you set me not apart in the midst of the children of Israel. Yet you will see the land before you, but you will not go there to the land which I give the children of Israel. Deuteronomy chapter 33. This is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of the supreme authority, mighty creator, blessed the children of Israel before his death. He said, He exists, came from Sinai and rose up. From Seraphim he shined forth, from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of set-apart ones. From his right hand went a fiery instruction law for them. Yes, he loved the people group. All his set-apart ones are in your hand, and they sat down at your feet. Everyone will receive of your words. Moses commanded us an instruction law, even the inheritance of the assembly of Jacob. He was king ruler in Jeshurun, when the heads of the people group and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. This is the blessing of Judah. And he said, Here he exists, the voice of Judah, and bring him to his people group. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be you a help to him from his enemies. Of Levi he said, Let your Thummim and your Urim be with your set-apart one, whom you did prove at Massah, and with whom you did strive at the waters of Meribah. Who said to his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brothers, nor knew his own children, because they have observed your word, and kept your binding agreement. They will teach Jacob your fair judgments, and Israel your instruction law. They will put incense before you, and whole burnt sacrifice upon your altar. Bless he exists his substance, and accept the work of his hands. Strike through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again. Of Benjamin he said, The beloved of he exists will dwell in safety by him, and he exists will cover him all the day long, and he will dwell between his shoulders. Of Joseph he said, Blessed of he exists be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, and for the deep that couches beneath, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon, and for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for the precious things of the land, and fullness thereof, and for the goodwill of him that dwelt in the bush. Let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brothers. His glory is like the bristling of his bow, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he will push the people nations together to the ends of the land, and they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. Of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in your going out, and Issachar in your tents. They will call the people groups to the mountain, there they will offer sacrifices of rightness, because they will suck of the abundance of the seas, and of treasures hid in the sand. Of Gad he said, Blessed be he that enlarges Gad. He dwells as a lion, and tears the arm with the crown of the head. He provided the first part for himself, because there in a portion of the lawgiver was he seated. And he came with the heads of the people group. He executed the rightness of he exists, and his fair judgments with Israel. Of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whelp, he will leap from Bashan. Of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessing of he exists, possess you the west and the south. Of Asher he said, Let Asher be blessed with children, let him be acceptable to his brothers, and let him dip his foot in oil. Your shoes will be iron and bronze, and as your days so will your strength be. There is none like the supreme authority, mighty creator of Jeshurun, who rides upon the heaven in your help, and in his excellency on the sky. The eternal supreme authority, mighty creator, is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms, and he will thrust out the enemy from before you, and will say, Destroy them. Israel then will dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob will be upon a land of grain and wine, also his heavens will drop down dew. Happy are you, O Israel, who is like to you, O people group, saved by he exists, the shield of your help, and who is the sword of your excellency, and your enemies will be found liars to you, and you will tread upon their high places. Deuteronomy chapter 34. Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is opposite Jericho, and he exists showed him all the land of Gilead to Dan. and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah to the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees to Zor. He exists said to him, This is the land which I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, I will give it to your seed. I have caused you to see it with your eyes, but you will not go over there. So Moses, the servant worker of He exists, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of He exists. He buried him in a valley in the land of Moab opposite Beth-peor, but no man knows of his burial place to this day. Moses was 120 years old. When he died, his eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. The children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days, so the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended. Joshua the son of Nun was full of the creative breath of wisdom, because Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the children of Israel listened to him, and did as He exists commanded Moses. There arose not a speaker since in Israel like to Moses, whom He exists knew face to face, in all the signs and the wonders which He exists sent him to do in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh, and to all his servant workers, and to all his land, and in all that mighty hand, and in all the great terror which Moses showed in the sight of all Israel.